Changes coming to the West Linn Police Department after a new report finds that department did not follow policy in handling several sexual abuse investigations.
Those cases began back in 2020 when more than 100 women and girls accused Dr. David Farley of sexual abuse during exams. Brandon Thompson live in West Linn tonight, digging deeper into that report and looking into what policies were violated. Brandon?
Well, there are several disturbing aspects to this report, like a lead detective who was not trained on sexual abuse investigations until 1 year after this investigation began. A warning, there are several disturbing aspects to this case.
They have been failed, as they have told us, at so many levels.
More than 100 women have come forward since 2020 telling West Linn Police and the Oregon Medical Board about the abuse they say they suffered at the hands of former Dr. David Farley. From girls under the age of 18 to women who are mothers, victims say Farley sexually abused them under the guise of medical procedures and took pictures of their naked bodies. Farley avoided conviction, leading to the city of West Linn to commission an independent report into how its police department handled the investigation. West Linn Detective Tony Christensen conducted many of the interviews. He was told by Oregon Medical Board investigator Jason Carruthers that survivors would likely reach out 2 months before Christensen interviewed the first victim. Despite the heads up, the report found Christensen, quote, apparently did nothing to educate himself about the medical and legal issues involved. That, combined with the fact Christensen was not trained on sexual abuse investigations until 1 year after the first interview, violated department policy because Detective Christensen was not qualified to investigate these crimes. Victims told the report author that, quote, Christensen told Carruthers, I don't think there is a case here, before interviewing any of the victims. Victims in the report say there were, quote, specific discrepancies between their recorded interviews with the West Linn Police Department detective and the written police report, such as omitting descriptions of heavy medications or drugs or victims' feelings during the exams.
And it's just heartbreaking to understand the layers of betrayal and then subsequent potential failings of the city or the county to respond to help these women.
The city has added a sergeant to supervise investigations and added more comprehensive trauma-informed care trainings for police. The report will also be reviewed by the Oversight Committee.
What more could we do? And we need to be constantly, honestly listening.
So we reached out to both West Linn Police and the union representing officers. We did not hear back from either of them. Now, Baumgartner hopes that the changes that they have made at West Linn PD will inspire more survivors to come forward, because that could help in any prosecution that comes in the future. Live in West Linn, Brandon Thompson, KOIN 6 News.